how does my income affect my child support in Oklahoma? I'm Tulsa attorney James Wirth. That's a question that we have as part of a series related to Oklahoma Child Support and the Oklahoma Child Support Guideline, and it's how does my income affect my child support? Well, your income is going to be the primary factor along with the other parent's income in determining how much child support is under the Oklahoma Child Support Guidelines. So if your income goes up, that means that your child support is going to go up if there's a recalculation. If your income goes down, that means that your child support is likely to go down if there's a recalculation, everything else being the same. But how exactly does this work mechanically? Well, for the child support guidelines, you can find them Title 43, Section 118, and there's various sections thereafter. But for the actual numbers in the graph that determines the amount of child support and how it's split, you're looking at Title 43, Section 119. And that lays out if you've got this many kids and the parties' joint income added together is this amount, this is the base child support. And then that base child support is split pro rata based on how much you make compared to how much the other parent makes. So if you make the same amount of money as the other parent, then that child support amount for the total child support, you're going to be paying half of that. If you make twice as much, well, then you're going to be paying 2/3 of it. The other parent is going to be at the 1/3 of that, although they're not paying it because they're not the custodial parent here, or they are the custodial parent here. So that's how child support affects it. The more you make, the higher the bracket on Section 119 to determine the total amount. And then it's a comparison of your income versus the other parent's income to determine what percent of that amount you're going to be paying as your base child support. So the more you make, the higher the bracket is, the more the total child support is, and the higher your percentage is, the more pro rata you're going to be paying of that amount. So it can be a little bit complicated, but if you look at Title 43, Section 119, and look at the graphs where you combine your income with the other parent's income on a monthly basis, you go over to the number of kids that you have, that determines the base support, then you compare your income to the other parents to determine your pro rata share of that amount that you're paying as base child support. So that's the complicated answer. The simple answer is if your income goes up, everything else the same, your child support's going up. Your income goes down, everything else the same, your child support's going to go down. But if you've got questions about Oklahoma child support, you're going to want legal advice. And for that, you got to talk to an attorney privately and confidentially. To get that scheduled with somebody at my office, you can go online to makelawEasy.com.